Breaking news, folks. Stellantis is shaking things up in a big way. They're letting go of almost 2,500 factory workers from a plant near Detroit. The Ram 1500, that king of the road, might be on its last legs. This isn't just a hiccup, it's the start of a major shift that could turn the car world upside down. Stellantis is making big moves, and workers are getting the short end of the stick. The numbers are so big, unions are up in arms. Even Ford and GM are feeling the heat. Make no mistake, this isn't just about cars, it's like a ticking time bomb under the whole American industry. But how did we get here? The car world's in chaos, or so says Stellantis CEO Carlos Tavares. He's painting a picture of an industry hanging by a thread, with every brand just trying to stay alive. But here's the kicker, in the same breath, he's bragging about how well Stellantis is doing. Talk about mixed messages. Now Shawn Fain, the union president, isn't buying what Tavares is selling. He's calling it like he sees it, a total disgrace. Fain didn't pull any punches when he said if any regular worker messed up as bad as Tavares, they'd be shown the door faster than you can say you're fired. Hey, speaking of fired, if you're enjoying this deep dive into the auto industry drama, why not hit that subscribe button? You won't want to miss out on more juicy stories like this one. Now, back to the action. The big question on everyone's mind is this the end of the American car industry as we know it? Or are we watching the painful birth of something new? One thing's for sure, the road ahead is full of danger, and not everyone's going to make it to the other side. Let's break down what's really going on here. Stellantis is in hot water, and the stakes couldn't be higher. They're caught in a perfect storm of plummeting car sales and a big push towards electric vehicles. It's left workers wondering if they'll have a job tomorrow. Earlier, there was talk about laying off up to 2,450 factory workers at the Warren truck plant. Why? They're winding down production of the Ram 1500 Classic. But that was just the beginning. Fast forward to July 2024, and boom. Stellantis drops a bombshell, temporary layoffs hitting over 4,000 workers at the same plant. Can you imagine? Over 4,000 people suddenly caught in a job loss tornado. About 1,600 of them lost their jobs right away when the second shift got axed. So what caused this mess? Buckle up, because the numbers are shocking. Vehicle sales took a nosedive, dropping 21% compared to last year. That's forced the company to slow down production, creating a domino effect that's painful to watch. But wait, there's more. Just a stone's throw away at the Toledo Assembly Complex, another round of layoffs hit the Jeep Gladiator workers. About half of the 5,000 employees there felt the sting, with production halts looming for at least 2 weeks. This didn't happen overnight. Earlier in the year, Stellantis was already in trouble. They'd laid off 2,453 employees across the Detroit Assembly Complex. They even cut 400 engineering and tech jobs in March and let go of part-time staff at various locations. It's like watching a chain reaction, one bad thing after another, creating a cloud of uncertainty over the whole workforce. But here's the thing, when you hear about layoffs at a big company like Stellantis, it's easy to think, that's too bad for those workers. But the truth is, it's way more complicated than that. Those pink slips aren't just about one person losing a job. They're like a rock thrown into a calm pond, creating ripples that spread out and touch everyone in the community. It's not just about unemployed workers, it's about how whole towns start to struggle when jobs disappear. Think about it. When factory workers lose their jobs, they can't spend money like they used to. So what happens next? Those local businesses that seem to be doing well start to feel the pinch. You know those mom-and-pop shops you pass on your way to work? When their regular customers can't afford to eat out or go shopping anymore, these businesses start to struggle. This ripple effect, called the multiplier effect, shows how connected our local economies really are. Stores, hair salons, coffee shops, they all see fewer customers and make less money. But it doesn't stop there. As these businesses make less money, their workers might also face layoffs. It's like a snowball of job losses that threatens to bury the whole town. As unemployment goes up, important community resources like food banks and social services get overwhelmed. Families that used to have steady paychecks now have to rely on support systems that are also at risk of falling apart. This creates an atmosphere full of worry and tension. The struggle isn't just about numbers, it affects real families. Their future is hanging by a thread. Think about the workers who just got better paying jobs with good benefits, only to hear they're being laid off. The feeling of betrayal and uncertainty is hard to shake. Local leaders aren't just sitting back and watching this happen. They're speaking up and fighting for workers who are in trouble, pushing for their needs in this time of crisis. But Carlos Tavares has boldly declared a goal to cut costs by a whopping 30%, mainly through job cuts and a focus on efficiency. Naturally, This has workers worried about their job security as the company makes this big leap towards electric vehicles. The future is full of questions, and only time will tell what's in store for those caught in the middle of this corporate shakeup. Can you blame the union for getting angry? This isn't just about a few lost jobs, it's about testing a community's strength. As the effects of layoffs spread beyond just the unemployed, the road to recovery becomes a journey that involves everyone. How do we rebuild? How do we support each other in these tough times? These questions are urgent, and the answers could shape the community's future for years to come. So, what's the union doing about all this? We all know the union as this powerful group, but Stellantis has really made a mess of things. Let me break it down for you. The atmosphere in the union is tense, and tempers are flaring. The meetings behind closed doors are anything but calm and collected. The discontent is obvious, echoing through the halls where important decisions are being made. Workers are looking at their union leaders with doubt. More and more are starting to question whether these leaders are really committed to protecting their interests. Imagine being on a sports team where your coach keeps making puzzling decisions. You'd start to wonder if they even have a game plan, right? There are rumors that some union leaders aren't stepping up to support the regular members enough. This disconnect is making many feel deeply discouraged and disillusioned. With this rising tide of discontent, there's a big push for change at the top. More and more United Auto Workers members are calling their leaders sellout bureaucrats, accusing them of ignoring issues that really matter, especially job security. This fiery sentiment is spreading quickly, and the idea of bringing in new leadership is becoming more appealing to those who feel betrayed. Their message is crystal clear. They want a leader who won't just sit behind a desk, comfortable and detached, but one who's ready to fight tooth and nail for workers' rights. Enter Shawn Fain, the union president. He's stepping up and making some serious waves when it comes to Stellantis and its recent layoffs. He's not holding back at all. His stance is as bold as it gets. He's calling these layoffs a disgrace, rallying the union members to band together and push back against what many see as an injustice. You can practically feel the electricity in the air as he stirs up the workers, urging them to fight like hell. But this is more than just fiery speeches. Fain's words carry weight and purpose. They're a powerful call to action for all union members. He's stressing the importance of solidarity, urging everyone to come together and show their unity. The message hits home strongly. This is not the time to back down or shy away. This battle is about more than just keeping jobs. It's about the very future of the workers and their rights. The urgency of the situation is clear, and Fain's leadership could mark a turning point in this ongoing struggle. The atmosphere may be charged with uncertainty, but there's also a growing hope, a hope that united action can pave the way for a brighter future. So what will it take to inspire those on the sidelines to join the fight? As the story unfolds, the question lingers: will they rise to the occasion, or will they fade into the shadows of complacency? The answer remains to be seen, but one thing's for sure: the battle has just begun, and it's about to get intense. But what exactly are the workers demanding? At the top of their list is something that should be non-negotiable: job security. The union isn't just asking for a polite nod or some encouraging words while the company faces tough times. No, they're rolling up their sleeves and demanding that Stellantis prioritize keeping jobs above all else, especially before any fat bonuses are handed out to executives. The message is straightforward: if Stellantis truly values the hard work of its employees, the very backbone of its success, then investing in these dedicated individuals must be their top priority. It's more than just making sure everyone stays on the payroll. It's about creating careers that are not only sustainable but also truly able to provide for families and lift up entire communities. Think about it. These jobs should empower workers, giving them the tools and stability to thrive. The union is fired up about the need to bring back benefits that have sadly slipped through the cracks. And let's be clear about what we mean. We're not talking about trivial perks like a new coffee maker for the break room. We're discussing crucial benefits that genuinely make a difference in the lives of workers, allowing them to feel valued and secure in their roles. This isn't just for a select few either. The union is pushing for better pay and improved working conditions across the board, particularly for new hires who all too often start off earning far less than they rightfully deserve. Shifting gears to their third crucial demand: accountability regarding executive compensation. It's hard to ignore the staggering contrast here. While thousands of dedicated employees are battling layoffs and uncertainty, Stellantis executives are treating themselves to hefty pay raises, a jaw-dropping 56% increase, to be precise. The United Auto Workers certainly isn't the type to sit idly by and let this blatant corporate inequity slide. They're shining a light on the injustice, calling it out with unwavering resolve. The union has made their stance abundantly clear. They're prepared to file formal grievances if their demands aren't met promptly, particularly concerning the reopening of the Belvidere factory in Illinois and sticking to previously made promises. They're poised to take significant action, and trust me, this isn't just posturing for effect. They are seriously gearing up for an organized strike against Stellantis. And we're not merely discussing a few employees taking a break from their desks. Oh no, we're talking about a massive walkout capable of bringing production and operations to a grinding halt across all Stellantis facilities. The stakes are high, and it's clear that the workers aren't backing down until their voices are heard and their demands are met. But Stellantis is not backing down either. One reason is survival. What does that mean? Let's dive into the